And one principle I love talking about with real estate is that, the power of leverage. Like if you get
Yes.
into a deal,
Yeah.
if you have, let's say, even a single family house, just for an example, you bought a house for 100,000 and you put 20K down. Well, you don't need, if it goes up by 20K, a lot of people think, oh, you've had a 20% improvement in your equity, but it's actually been 100% improvement in your equity. So
Yes.
it's very similar to multifamily deals or other types of real estate deals. And so you don't need, and then the amazing thing is when you have leverage, we're borrowing at 6, 7, 8%, whatever it is, but inflation is much higher. So you're benefiting there. But inflation is much higher. So you're benefiting there. You're buying an asset, the demand is going to be higher because they keep creating more currency and there's so much demand. I mean, there's a shortage of 3 to 8 million apartment units, depending on which study you look at. And you get to pay it off with future dollars that are worth less. So again, it's almost like you get to use somebody else's money to go buy this thing that's going to be worth more. It's an unbelievable fair advantage. And then we're not even talking about the tax benefits or other benefits, but just even the inflation hedge is amazing.
So true, so true. And I'm so glad. Let's just piggyback on that. Leverage, when people are investing 100,000 with me and you or any syndicator, they are buying a position of 400,000 in that property, in that legal entity. They are on the title of that property because that's what they brought in. 100 investment is getting them 400,000 investment in the syndication. Yeah. And when the picture gets better in 3 or 4 years, when now the asset is worth twice or 3 times or whatever it is, the bank does not want any equity gain. Hold on.
I know.
They say, you know what? You made a lot of money. Thank you. Just pay us our loan balance and we'll be okay. What? I mean, everybody really look into that. I mean, this is the best time and the best time. I know, brother, Dave Lindon, he talks about millionaire makers. Yeah. The chart, he's going to be on your show. Maybe you talk about it. Vinney was thinking about this millionaire maker is coming.
Yeah, it is.
2009, this is the time, 2022, 23 will be a pivotal year of million makers, because those people who will be out there to grab great opportunities. And we need to be looking at, which market they're going to buy and would the money flow with them. That's the other part, right? They got to tell their investors, hey, these are the 3-4 markets I'm going to be looking at. I'm going to bring some deals. Would you jump in it quickly with me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's I'll have to ask Dave that later, Dave, that question later when we're on there so he can explain it. But you're right. I mean, these are opportunities, and Warren Buffett talks about, I'm a big student of his, he's been one of the most successful investors ever. And he says, to be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. Now, I don't think it's either really good to be greedy or to be fearful, but the principle is there, right? Of like when everybody's afraid, it's the time to keep your eyes open. And also, be alert of what's happening. I mean, I think there are deals that you could get in trouble, at any time. But if you're buying a great deal in a great market that there's demand for, there's growth, when other people are like, I don't know, there are some amazing deals out there now. So I'm sure you guys have them. We have them. There's groups that have them. And it's just, if you're paying attention, I think we'll look back and say, this was a real opportunity.
I would love to ask you a question. Is it really possible to legally pay zero taxes?
Yeah. Actually, I did a video on that. I did like on my YouTube channel. It is. I went from paying about a 25% tax rate. So I was paying, making over 200K. I was paying a total kind of average tax rate of about 25%. So maybe that's 50K a year in taxes. And then I went to paying around a 1% total tax rate. And so it's just, I've saved the last 4 years, $150,000, $200,000 in taxes I would have paid. And so I look at, you alluded to this, that, real estate to me, it's almost an unfair asset class, right? Like we basically invest in it. There's all these tax benefits. There's all the, it does not as volatile, especially some of the larger multifamily stuff like what we're doing. And there's all these benefits. So it is absolutely possible. And there's different ways to do it through the real estate professional designation, which if somebody searches IRS real estate professional, that's one way to do it. There's other ways through things in the energy space where they offer tax credits and other sorts of specific against ordinary income. And there's just ways you can structure that. So there's a lot of different ways to do it, but it's exciting when you see it like, oh my gosh, is this even this even legal? Like, why are they doing this? But it's to incentivize, right? It's to incentivize us to invest.
So true, brother. No, that's interesting. That's so interesting what you're saying. Let me ask you a question. What are some other things come to your mind as we are, teaching people and so forth? Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened here. I got frozen. I know there was a Zoom call coming in through FaceTime or something. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah, but your face is frozen. I don't know if it's my end or your end.
But that's okay. But go ahead. Yeah. How can people reach you? And then maybe wrap up, this session by giving them 3 nuggets. Why you are so excited every day and what's your passion right now?
Hi, you are listening to Syndication Made Easy podcast. We will be right back after this short break.
Hi, thank you so much. This is Vinney Chopra, and thank you for subscribing to my podcast and YouTube channel and Facebook pages and all the great things, and LinkedIn. Connect with me. I come live to you every Friday at 9:30 Pacific with Vinney and Bo show. Please also look at that. And also the podcast, which is my Apartment Syndication Made Easy. The book I wrote a couple of years back became international top seller on Amazon International now. And then we like to bring great guests for you every week or twice a week sometime to give you a lot of great knowledge. So please subscribe. You give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. The better the guests we can bring, and our ranking will go higher also. Thanks again for following us and really getting the most out of it. Please comment, like, share, because we would love to bring better and better material for you.
Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay.
Yeah, awesome. I'm back.
Yeah. So, I mean, the big nuggets are with real estate is taking action. There's a quote by Tony Robbins who says it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So when I decided, hey, in less than 3 years, I'm going to quit my job, and I really committed to that, I was able to quit my great corporate job within 3 years. I did it, right? And so it's these things that we make decisions to do. And so if people have time, they can, invest their time and learn how to do what you and I do to go and research it and figure out how to do it and get in meetups and groups and training and all of that. I know you have some training you do as well. And then also if people have money and they're like, hey, I'm a professional, I'm a business owner. I don't want to go buy a building myself, but I want to invest. It's investing first in your own education, right? So there's 2 things that really change people. It's networking and it's education, right? So networking is the people that you meet. There's a saying that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So if I looked at your 5 friends, Vinney, I'd probably say, okay, this is generally who they are. Your 5 closest people. This is their net worth, their fitness level, their spirituality, all this stuff. And so if you want to change that, you have to get in the room with really smart people that are doing this stuff. Sometimes you have to even pay to be in the room, but it's worth it because it brings you to the next level. And then the other side of that is just educating yourself. So reading a lot of books, getting on, podcasts like this and doing different trainings and stuff like that. I did write this book. You mentioned it. It's called How to Use Inflation to Your Advantage. It's about 50 color pages. It's on my website at bronsonequity.com. People can go there and download it. That's a great way to connect with me. I'm also on social media, a lot of different social media, so people can reach out. But always love connecting with folks talking about real estate. But it's really been a pleasure to be here today with you, Vinney. I got to have you on my show, on the Mailbox Money Show. I can't wait to have you on there too.
I know. I'm looking forward to it, Bronson. I really am, brother. I want to thank you again for coming and hanging with me. It's such a pleasure, and love to provide this, footage to you also, so that, we could channel it everywhere. Because see, the thing is, I want to say, everybody listening to me or watching, both of us, take action. Take action, because it's not worthwhile if you get some nuggets and you just drop it on the piece of paper or it's out of your life. You got to take those things and make it happen, because sit down, write down goals, what you want to do. If you're happy with what you're doing, keep on doing it. But if you're not, if you want to grow into multifamily, this is the best time ever to get into commercial real estate. I'm promising you, you will be. I spent $30,000, I remember, 15 years back, with brother, Dave Lindahl. I loved it because his coaches, and he taught me so much that, who I am today, literally. And they are the only coaches, who really taught me, by the way. I've been through some other webinars and all, but, it's really exciting.
That's great.
Hey, Bronson, thank you so much. And God bless you. Keep up that Mailbox Money podcast going. And, let's make sure, guys, look at the links down below. And please subscribe to Brother, Bronson's podcast. And he's got great, YouTube show, YouTube channel. Go follow that too. But the biggest thing is take action. Make it happen. Each day should be the best day of our lives. I'm telling you. If people say, I'm going to give good deeds, I'm going to do this, I'll go to heaven. Nobody's seen the heaven up above. Heaven is here right now.
Love it.
Now, if you want to go to heaven, die early and go to heaven then, But heaven is right here. Make it happen for people around you and yourself and families and everybody. God bless you. See you next time and see you so much. It's such a pleasure to really spend time with you, Bronson. Huh?
Oh, thanks, Vinney. It's really great. I feel the same way. Such a gift. You're giving such a gift to the world by your positivity and just your heart, man. So I appreciate everything you're doing in the world.
Oh, no, thank you. Thank you again, for joining Vinney Chopra this week on this podcast. And please subscribe, share, give comments, and give 5-star rating if you can on iTunes, because that really helps a lot for us to bring great guests. And also iTunes raises our rankings up. And I hope you have been very happy with Vinney Chopra and team who are able to bring great information. If you would like to invest with us, please go ahead and go to vinneychopra.com/invest. Thanks again. God bless you.